Hello everybody, welcome. This is episode 8. This was supposed to be for the end of last year. This was supposed to be for New Year, but once again I'm late, unless you're celebrating Chinese New Year, in which case I'm early. Either way, I'm not in time for anything, as usual. So you might notice I found a green screen in the one of my cupboards. So I'll set that up and move things around a little bit so I can start doing a few more of these videos this year. Trying to make it a little bit more streamlined for myself. So I've got some new lights. Got it's a beauty light here. It's one of those hoop lights, and some lights above my screen there. So I've got this is actually my office. This is where I work when I'm working from home as well. So, but I've just made some alterations, and I've got somewhere dedicated that's a bit tidier than my room next door. The green screen, I don't know what I can do with that yet. That is something that I want to look at, whether or not I can have something in the background, on the background. Maybe I could do something with OBS Studio with that. If not, then I can just find some things to as a background to hang over it. It's just a bit tidier. Looks a bit tidier than where I was before. So that's that. So I was just going to talk about what I'd done last year and what I'm going to be doing this coming year. Obviously did a lot of portrait photography. That was predominantly what I spent my time doing, and I really enjoyed it. Learned a lot of things about portrait photography. So I really enjoyed that. Got some photos that I thought were really good. That I really enjoyed a lot of the events I went on. So I'm still going to be taking a backward step from that, or not doing as many events. I still hope to get on a few smaller events that Wellshot are hosting, and maybe with Montrose Studios again. But we'll see. It's going to be taking a back step, a back seat, should we say? Not a backward step, but a back seat to the other things that I want to do this year. But I really enjoyed it. It turned out to be a really, really good experience. The other thing, of course, last year was starting the Lo-Fi North Wales channel. I'm starting to do that. Hasn't really taken off, but I didn't think it would. It was never going to be something that was going to, I was never going to get hundreds of subscribers or anything. It's only early days yet, so. But I really enjoyed making the content and putting it up there. It's something to do with my photography, which is great. So those are the two big things from last year, I think. Moving into next year, as I said, less portrait photography, but I still want to keep doing some of it because I enjoy it, and then continuing and pushing on with the Lo-Fi North Wales. So really trying to go to as many different places as I can and get as many different videos uploaded as I can. The plan is to do 1 or 2, possibly 3 a month, which isn't a lot really, and those will be maximising the times that I do go out. So each time I go out should yield 3 videos. 1 lo-fi sounds, which is the river or rain. Lo-fi music, which is the free music that you can get with images rather than a video, and then a behind the scenes video of that, and possibly the rambling, walking adventure videos that I've been doing. I've done 2 of those. Those take a bit longer to kind of edit together because of the way I record them. So you know, won't be doing as many of those, but that's the idea. 3 or 4 videos every time I go out. So it should give me regular content to upload. I'm still planning on, I mentioned before, the portrait, making a coffee table book out of my portrait portfolio, which I have been working on. I found a good site that lets you, it's got a piece of software you can download that lets you choose your layout and your formatting, the style, upload your images, and you can see what it looks like, and it gives you very good control over where the images go, the colours that are used, fonts, the design, how many pages are going to be in it. So I'm taking my time over it. I don't want to rush it because it could be quite expensive to get it printed. It could be, it could be £60–70, depending on the number of pages. So I really have to be very careful about how many pages I've got, how many images go into it. Do I make it just about 1 or 2 events? I've got enough pictures to do of Emma Starmore-Smith, who I did a couple of shoots with earlier last year, to do an entire photo book just of the pictures I took of her, so with the portraits I did of her. So do I do that, or do I try to make it encompassing all the events I did? And I did a lot of events, really. I've got enough images to produce, the book could be huge. So in all likelihood it will be. The other difficulty is that I don't know what the quality will be like. I can see on screen what the design will look like, obviously, with my pictures, but getting the actual print, the book back, I won't know that, what the quality of that will be like until I get it. So I think perhaps the first book I do should be a smaller one, less images, so that I can just see what the quality is like, and then the second volume could be a bit bigger if the quality is suitable. Obviously a lot of it comes down to the quality of the images that I upload, and that depends a lot on my editing and the export process. So it's really a bit difficult to tell, and a bit of a gamble to be spending, £60–70, £80 or more for that sort of thing. But I still want to produce it, I'm still going to do it. It's just going to take a bit of time. So that's a project for this year, really. I'm not planning on rushing to get that done. There's no point. But it's something that I want to do this year. The other thing that is something that I want to work on, I do usually set New Year's resolutions, which is something would have been something that I would have been more relevant at New Year's. But I do usually set New Year's resolutions and try to stick to them. I'm not brilliant at doing that, but I do like to set New Year's resolutions and stuff. Give me something to try to work on, like the photo book. Even if I don't necessarily do it, I think it's good to give yourself something to aim for, even if you don't necessarily wind up doing it. So I'm not going to talk about them specifically here, but there is one that I thought useful. I realised I need to be more self-disciplined. In a lot of ways, I lack, my self-discipline is poor, especially when it comes to my eating. A very poor self-discipline when it comes to what I eat. So I had an idea, something that I can do for another series of videos for this channel, and that is I picked up a book. We all love a good self-help book in the new year, don't we? How to Lead a Disciplined Life. So I'm reading my way through that now, making notes, listening to the audiobook, and trying to I'm only a couple of chapters in, so I haven't got through it all yet. But the idea is that I'm going to read this, make notes, listen to the audiobook, and then in a couple of months I'm going to start doing videos where I will read the book on camera, not verbatim, not word for word, but I'll go through my notes and the bits where I've highlighted things, and I'll talk about that and discuss my journey of improving my self-discipline, and turn that into a sort of a series rather than just these rambling videos where I just kind of talk. So that'll give me something to do. So that's something that's coming in the future. Excuse me. And that's it really. The next video, which I want to try and start and record today if I can, is a Clipchamp. How to use Clipchamp. Just again, like I did with the Lightroom, a basic introduction covering how to install it, which is dead easy. It's dead easy. How to install it, creating a project, adding your media to your library, organising it in your project, and then exporting things. And then there is an issue with Clipchamp, so I want to talk about its temp files and space hoarding issues. It's a hungry boy. It really is. It'll leak through your hard disk space if you're not careful. So just talk about that. So that'll be episode 9. So if you've watched this far, we are 13 minutes. That's not too bad, and I feel like that's been all right. So thanks for watching. If you watched this far, thank you very much, and see you on the next one.